welcome along to the PS4 Clio Cup Championship here today at the West Wales karting as round 5 and we're at Brands Hatch Indy. We've got race 1 and race 2 here, so rounds 5 and rounds 5 race 1 and round 5 race 2 as well. And it's a really tight championship, been some absolutely fantastic racing so far, and it's Stuart Davis who just leads the championship by 5 points from Dan Holloway in second. Although Dan Holloway has actually got more wins than Stuart, but Stuart's been a little bit more consistent with 7 podiums to Dan's 6. And then it's a great battle as well between Monty and Momo, Del Boy and Spitfire as well, who missed a couple of rounds. He's still in the mix there for 3rd place. Welsh Chaff as well, just behind them, and Alex Brown and Adam. And qualifying today, so we actually had qualifying at this track, and it was Dan Holloway who snatched pole position by not much of a margin there at all from Stuart Davis. Spitfire 3rd, Del Boy, Monty and Momo, and then Welsh Chaff lining up 6th. So let's see how they get on, and they're on the grid now and we're waiting for the lights to go out. And it's green and it's go here at Brands Hatch Indy, and Stuart Davis gets a great start as he has been doing recently, and he nabs the lead off Dan Holloway before they even get to Paddock Hill Bend, and that's Dan slotting into 2nd, Spitfire still 3rd, Del Boy is up there in 4th, Monty's 5th, Welsh Chaff 6th. So it's as you were as they head now down the hill into turn 2. Up into Druid's corner, and that's down the inside. I think that was Spitfire on Dan Holloway, and Dan's trying to brave it round the outside, and Del Boy still ahead of Monty there, and I think Dan Holloway just holds that position from, he gets on the curb and goes on 2 wheels, and now they're trading paint as they go down the back straight here. This is allowing Stuart Davis to get away, but look now, Spitfire has slot into 2nd place, and let's see if he'll be able to stay there or even catch Stuart Davis. And a great opening lap here, Al, for Stuart Davis. It's a fantastic opening lap.
Yeah, brilliant lap from him. He's pulling away, and with Spitfire fighting with Dan in 2nd, as well as Del Boy, he can really try and eke out a lead here as they go into the first corner. Spitfire very closely followed by Dan, who's up on the curb and doesn't quite lose it, but he's lost a bit of time there. But will he take a dive? Not quite. It's very close. He's really pushing. He's going down the inside, but Spitfire will have the inside for the next corner and have the advantage. But will Dan stick around the outside? He's sideways, and that's going to let Del Boy have a run on him now. And it looks like they just slightly touch, and that's brought Monty up into play now. So he's really putting both of them under pressure.
Absolutely, yeah. Such close racing through those couple of corners. They're heading down from Druids and then down the hill there into that tight left-hander at the bottom with the curb that we saw Dan Holloway take off on the opening lap. But Dan, yeah, he's had to surrender that position to Spitfire eventually, but he gave it a good go, didn't he, to get that one back. But now he's put himself under threat from Del Boy. He seems to be going really well in the opening stages in that yellow car. Monty MC Momo as well, though, he's looking for a bit of action down the inside now of Del Boy. Del Boy sees him coming just about, I think, and leaves him racing room, and he tries to race around the outside of him, and I think he's just managed to do that. And you can do it at this track, can't you? There's lots of different lines you can take, especially through Druids there.
Yeah, there's quite a few. It's quite good, especially if you want to try different angles of attack. This last bit's a bit harder. See, stews around. He just saves it, but that's got Spitfire right on his tail. And it's also bringing his championship rival in 3rd there, Dan, right into play again. So, small mistake, probably just got on the grass as Spitfire's attacking on the inside into the first corner.
Yeah, look, Spitfire down the inside now of Stuart Davis into the very infamous first corner here at Brands, and Stuart's found himself on the outside and had to surrender that position to Spitfire now as they head into Druid's corner. Now BTCC Dan sees his championship rival up ahead and he tries to slot through on the inside. Stuart's now on the outside, but he'll now be on the inside for the next one. And they trade paint, the 2 championship contenders, and this is allowing Spitfire to get ahead, and that's Del Boy going round and spinning on the grass, but he just about holds it, and you can see the whole field there still in the same shot. But now Del Boy's lost out to Welsh Chaff in 5th place there is Welsh Chaff now. And Stuart Davis, after having such a great advantage, and he's really just thrown it away now, hasn't he? And he's the one with all the work to do, and it's Spitfires to lose at the moment.
Yeah, it really is. Best thing Stu can do now is, if he can't catch Spitfire up, is to just keep Dan behind him, just so he gains those couple more points. But that's not a great lap for him at all, as Welsh Chaff mounts the curb and takes his own route. But Monty in 4th now, he'll be chasing Dan down. He'll hopefully try and get past, because He's also, I believe, in the championship fight still, but he's gone a bit wide there, but he still makes the corner. Lost a bit of time to the three in front, but it's certainly close between these four, only 1.5 seconds cover him.
Yeah, this is exactly what we want to see, isn't it? And look at this onboard shot from Monty Momo. Absolutely fantastic, taking in the sights of this majestic racetrack. It's only the Indy one we're on, the short version of Brands Hatch. Of course, the GP circuit is a bit longer than this one, but it's still an absolutely fantastic circuit that ebbs and flows. And look at it going up the hill now, and then you've got this huge downhill section with that gravel trap on the outside waiting to catch you if you try and take a little bit too much speed, if you're a bit too greedy. But yeah, Monty Momo's really now, he's trying to catch these two as they battle, isn't he? And you can see how hard he was pushing from that onboard.
Yeah, he's the front three are so fast, he's really got a push. But Stu's sliding the car a lot and he's losing the momentum, and he's really blocking Dan off there. You almost put him on the grass, it looks like. But Dan's quite a hard racer. He's trying the inside. They touch a bit. He's on two wheels. Stu's in the gravel. He's almost around. Oh, luckily didn't touch well. Monty hits Stu at the back, tells him to get a move on. But that's not great there for Stu as he's let Dan through.
Yeah, he's struggling a bit, isn't he, with a grip. Oh, look, there's Dan Holloway now is doing a bit of a Stuart Davis, so now he's put himself back under pressure again, and Stuart's looking for a move to down the inside. Oh, he gets the squeeze on, and Dan just about leaves him room, and that's Stuart Davis going through on the inside now, but I think Dan's on his outside, so he's going to have to watch out here, and rising on board with Stuart, so we can't quite see. You can see this is what it's like for the driver, a bit of a blind spot, but they leave each other just about enough room, and you can see in the wing mirror there is Monty in that blue and white car, and he's looking for a way through too now as well, and this has really allowed Spitfire to open up a 2.3 second gap now to these guys. But Stuart Davis certainly is struggling with grip a little bit, isn't he? He's making a few little errors here and there.
Yeah, you can imagine the front left tyre is absolutely screaming going around this clockwise circuit, as it's a lot of right hand corners, not many lefts. But Monty is definitely starting to eye up and move on Stu, as looks like he's about to try now. They're neck and neck going into hairpin, but will he try and outbrake him? Stu just about does enough to keep him behind, but this is also bringing Delboy back into play in fifth.
It is, isn't it? Yes, Delboy in the yellow car, and they're all using as much of the circuit as they can get away with on the outside, and a bit more there, and rightly so. As you know, if everyone's doing it, it's, why not? You're going to lose out if you don't do that. Just a natural line through there, isn't it? But yeah, Delboy, look, he's going for a move on Monty there, I thought, just as we cut away to Dan Holloway. He's really caught back up now after that sort of half spin he had. Oh, now Spitfire! Spitfire's had an incident, look, and now he's surrendering the lead to Dan Holloway, and now he's surrendering second place to Stuart Davis. Oh, is he? Yes, Stuart Davis is ahead now in second, and this is Monty Momo's chance as well to nab third. What's happened to Spitfire here, Alex?
I wonder if he's done a Stu and just tapped the grass. There's a massive tank slapper there for Monty. But that's Dan and Stu now fighting. Looks like Stu's going for the cutback. There's three abreast. Dan's got the advantage.
Oh, and they touch. Incredible action here. Oh, big contact now, and that's Spitfire off up the hill into the fields up there. And Stan Holloway at the end is ahead, and Stuart Davis back down to third. Monty Momo's a big winner up to second, and Spitfire's the big loser down to sixth. Incredible action, and it seems like whoever's leading this race wants to throw it away.
Oh, talking throwing it away, Delboy's off. He's in the gravel. But yeah, terrible few corners there for Spitfire. Went from first to last in about 4 corners. But it's Welsh Taff now, and Spitfire now overtaking Delboy, so he's gone to last place. But that looks like Welsh Taff going wide, and he's in the gravel, and Spitfire's almost around. Oh, it's and Stu's off. Stu's off. He's down into fourth.
I'm speechless. I don't know what's going on anymore. Have they spilled some oil over the track or something? They're all having a go at trying to get a four-wheel drift on and exploring the absolute parameters of this racetrack here, aren't they? Going right up to the barriers, and yeah, I mean, it's very rare to see this many incidents in such a short time, but it just goes to show how hard they're pushing, I think, as well, and it is quite a tricky track to grasp as well. And like you were saying, Alex, do you reckon that the tyres are overheating a little bit, causing these issues?
Possibly. It depends on what time of the day this is set. It looks like it's midday, so they could definitely be overheating. But this is disastrous for Stu for the championship. Dan's in first, getting the maximum points, and he's slid down to fourth now. Luckily, there isn't more competitors for this race, but as he looks down the inside of Del Boy, really big lunge there. Might have been pushing a bit, but he really needs to get past him and try and get up the road, because he's lost 5 seconds to the leader. It's not great.
No, it's not ideal, is it? And he'd be hoping that something happens here in the last 5 or 6 minutes of this race. 15-minute races, of course. And look at this side by side. Del Boy down the inside again now. Stuart, they're having a great ding-dong here on this lap. And a Spitfire now up the inside of Stuart as well. And Stuart's got pressure from in front and behind here. And he's found himself up the hill on the outside there. He's going to be very brave. He's going to stick it around the outside of Paddock Hill. But he wouldn't put it past Stuart Davis, would he, to do that? But he wouldn't put it past Spitfire to get past here. And he decides to play it safe and back out of that one. But now Del Boy's got it all wrong too. And it looks like they're going to go 3 abreast into Druids. Incredible. Who's going to get out of this corner first, if any of them? And that's Stuart Davis just touching and trading paint with Del Boy, and he goes around the outside of him. Lots of contact with that yellow car. His orange car's going to start looking yellow at this rate, and the front of his car's going to look green if he does that anymore, because he just made contact with Spitfire, who's now got up to 3rd place again, and it's just so topsy-turvy. There's only 6 runners in this race, but it's just so topsy-turvy. Every time you look at the leaderboard, it's changing, isn't it? And yeah, fantastic action. Really enjoying this one.
Yeah, Stu's really abusing his car and throwing it where it shouldn't be. He's hit Del Boy a few times trying to get up the inside, but hopefully, for his sake, he's passed now and will try and catch Spitfire, and they will try and catch Monty up front. But there's a bit of a gap there now, 6 seconds, so it's a lot of work and not much time really to get on with it.
Yeah, just, well, we've got 51, 52, 53 second laps here, haven't we? Something like that. And about 4 or 5 minutes left to run. So, yeah, a few laps left. But in this race, a few laps is like a marathon, isn't it? Anything can happen in that time. Dan Holloway's really got Monty now for company. Half a second between these two. It's quite a gap back to the rest of them, so even in this race, you'd imagine... Oh, Stuart Davis off! He's up in the barrier, on the outside there, last corner. What's happened to Stuart again? I can't believe it. It's very rare to see this many errors from a driver in one of these races. Usually in the West Wales karting virtual racing, they're pretty clean. Not too many errors, I'll have to say. But this race is just completely chaos, isn't it? Monty now really pressuring Dan Holloway for that first place, Alex.
Yeah, it's really gone to pot for Stu. Just lost the back end or hit the grass again. It just spit him off. It's easy to do with these, but this is the main battle at the moment for the win, with Monty less than half a second behind Dan. There's really pressuring him, as you can hope Dan will make a mistake, as he almost does there. It looked like it wasn't showing his braking up front, but Monty's really hanging it wide, almost in the gravel. He's getting every bit of the track he can just to try and make up some room, but Dan really pulled away there out of the corner and got a nice drive.
Yeah, it can't be easy though for the one in front here, with just a couple of laps left to run and having to defend from... We know Monty, he's got the pace, hasn't he, in these cars? He hasn't always been right up the front in this championship, let's be honest. That's why he's down in the 3rd or 4th in the championship right now. But he's really having a great go here, and it's great to see. And he's trying his best to get a win. And Dan Holloway does look a little bit ragged. Let's not forget, Dan has made a couple of errors in this race. Monty, as far as I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, Alex, Monty hasn't made any errors in this race so far.
No, I don't think he has. He's maybe like a half spin or something, but besides that, he's been one of the cleaner ones out there today. But it definitely seems like Dan is faster in the last bit, where Monty really gains the time in the first bit, so it's kind of push and pull really between these two. But Monty should really try to look for a dive if he wants to win, especially in this bit, because that's a hell of a run out of the first corner.
Yeah, this is his chance. Look, Dan covers it. He saw it coming. Monty switches to the outside to get the better exit, and he hasn't quite got the exit he was looking for, because he's nowhere near having to go now into the next corner. And like you were saying, Al, he loses time in the second half of this lap, doesn't he? So he just has to try and stay as close as he can now to Dan through this one, and I think they probably have one more lap after this.
Yeah, you'd have to think it's one more lap, but you see Dan just gets a really good corner in this last long sweeping right and can really pull away just a bit, but Monty's really bringing down the pressure onto him, as it's better to be the hunter than the hunted. And I have to imagine he's going to have to really try this lap just to try and do anything, even if it is to unsettle Dan's car just to get past, and hope the stewards don't penalise him.
Yes, and Monty MC Hunter is now trying to get his Dan Holloprey on this last lap. Sorry, it was a bit cheesy. And and he's really going for it. He's got half a lap still to go, and he's coming around now at the bottom of the hill. Dan Holloway can see him in his wing mirrors, and they're coming up to the last couple of corners. Through Dan's head now, it's just going to be, don't make a mistake, don't make a mistake. I've got this in the bag now if I just keep on the grey bit. And Monty knows he probably won't have the legs on Dan through this last corner, but he's giving it everything. He runs a little bit wide in the process, and next in the corner now, and Dan Holloway's still leading coming out of it. Is this going to be the last lap, or is it going to be another one? What do you reckon, Al?
Say the field's quite close, so it might be another one. Yeah, it looks like another one.
Another lap. Incredible. Well, I'm not complaining.
No, not with this action.
And look, a great run from Monty. Is he going to... That must be his last chance now to dive it somewhere here. And he wasn't quite close enough, and once again Dan covered it. And we now go to the extremely fast cameraman running alongside that Renault Clio, the blue Renault Clio, that we've seen win a couple of races so far. That's second in the championship, and that will get first in this championship standings, as it is at the moment, if he can finish here, or if indeed he finishes second, with his nearest championship rival Stuart Davis down in 5th place in this race and having an absolute nightmare. And Dan Holloway now keeps it nice and tidy, heads out of the last corner, and surely this lap now he will come across the line and take the win in this incredible race here at Brands Hatch Indy. Fantastic drive by Dan Holloway, fantastic driving by Monty to pressure him all the way to the end as well. Really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that was a brilliant win there. Dan was the big winner there out of all the incidents, and coming over the line now is probably the big loser of the race is Stu, who had a good chance of winning that but ended up in 5th as Welsh Taft now crossed the line. And
Dan Holloway now leading the championship by 10 points from Stuart Davis, so it's still quite close at the top. Monty MC Momo, after that result, holds a little bit of a gap on Del Boy now, back to 4th there, and Spitfire is still in 5th with Welsh Taft in 6th. So join us for race 2 at Brands Hatch coming up soon.